Hey Divas! So today I'm going to do my first tutorial on this channel, on any channel I've done. And today we're going to be making this mini album I showed yesterday. It could be a mini album if you made it with less embellishments. It could also be a mini album insert. It could be anything. It could be a mini album insert to a paper bag. You could do it on a smaller scale and do like make a different type of tag to go in your mini albums, just more flat. There's no end to the things you could do with this album. I'll post the link to the video so you can see it up close and more in depth. I did a bare bones one just for this tutorial so you could see it, kind of what it looks like before when you're finished and adding paper. And you have the two pockets here. Then it opens and you have this space for photo mats. Then there's a pocket here. There's also a pocket here to add any type of tag or embellish, tag or photo. Then there's another space for photos and mats, and then there's another pocket here for another tag. It's very thick, but like I said, the less you add to it, the easier it's going to be to put it into a mini album, or to, you can still give it as a gift as a mini album. So what you're going to need is, you could use a double-sided sheet of paper, or you could do a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. It needs to be 12 by 12 no matter what you do, and unless you don't mind white showing through, I suggest something that's double-sided. Sorry, my sister's in here. Okay, so if you hear her moving around, you're also going to need a scoreboard. You could use a ruler and a pair of scissors, or you could just mark where you need to fold and then fold over the dotted line. With whatever you have, whatever you can use. This is a really versatile project. You're going to need a bone folder if you're using your scoreboard, or if you're using a ruler and you have a bone folder, that'd be great. Or like I said, you can just use a pair of scissors. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're also going to need some liquid glue. I suggest liquid over what is it called? Dry glue, because when you put your pockets in, the dry glue will stick to your, the paper can come up and your dry glue will stick to your tags. I suggest using liquid glue and letting it dry overnight. And the two that I chose, you can choose either one. I'm just going to use Tombow, I think. But there's two really good ones that I use constantly. And that's Tombow Multi Glue and the Glossy Accents. I also use Aleene's Tacky Glue quite a bit. But for this project, I really prefer this because it has a really tiny tip. You're also going to need, that's pretty much it as for the actual construction of the album. You might need a ruler when you start decorating, and you're obviously going to need some paper and some embellishments, and you can use dry tape to attach to the paper. But yeah, it's really simple. And you're also going to need, you might need another thing of the same color cardstock you use if you use cardstock or if you want to mat your stuff if you use pattern paper. So, we're just going to get started now. A lot of this stuff you'll have in your craft, so it's not really a matter of going out and buying something, especially if it's not for Christmas. I don't have a lot of Christmas stuff. So, if it's for everyday things, it'd be really easy to make some of these. Okay, so you're going to square out 1 1/4 right down the center. Then you're going to put your scoreboard up. You'll bring it back out, so don't put it too far away. I'm actually going to leave my bone folder out just for the event that I might need it. Okay. So, you're going to fold your paper like so. Give it a really nice crease. Really nice crease. Just make sure that it's laying flat and it's a nice Okay. After that, because my paper's kind of bent. Excuse my paper. It's just, I'm just trying to get this tutorial up because I was really excited. So it's not the best of circumstances right now, but so you have your flap, and you're going to take your flap and fold it down, and you're then going to take your paper and fold it over and mark it, and you're going to fold it like so. You want to fold it right against that square line. If you are good with just folding and leaving your paper like this and folding it, that's great. There's no reason to do that, but I do better when I have an edge instead of just like a score line to fold. So I fold mine underneath, and then I score it. Then I fold it over. You could do this with your scoreboard, but I find that some papers don't always, the factory doesn't take that much care, or you have a border strip like on Graphic 45 or Kane Company specialty paper, and you might have, you might have cut too little or too much off, so your paper's not even. So it's not exactly 12 by 12 is what I'm saying. So I always try to kind of do the cheater's way to make sure that my project always ends even, and it's always even when the finished project's always even. And so I'll fold that across. Okay, so then you have something like this. You have a mountain and then a valley, basically. Sorry for my squeaky chair. So now we are going to get our scoreboard back out, and you're going to score. You're going to turn your paper counterclockwise from where it originally was, and you're going to score at 4 and 8. Oops. You're going to do that really good and nice, and so that when you fold your paper, that's going to be nicely creased. Next, you're done with your scoreboard. Now you don't have to score anymore. You have a line here. I don't know if you can see it very well. You have lines here, see here, and here, and you have 3 separate sections, and then you have your flap, which will be your pocket. And so now you're going to cut. Turn your paper this way. You're going to cut here. I'm sorry, I'm so out of it. You're going to cut here, and you're going to cut up to this first score line. You're going to cut on the middle score line to the first score line, the first 4-inch mark. So you're going to cut about 4 inches in. Then you're going to cut on this side, and you're going to cut all the way to the middle score line. Okay? And that's going to give you, I already cut mine, that's going to give you, just for the sake of this tutorial, that's going to give you something that looks like this. You have this fold that folds back, you also have this fold. So next you're going to take this pocket, and this is where you start gluing and start folding. You're going to glue this. This is your first pocket. This is this section right here. This area. You're going to glue this right here. So that's going to be your first section. So you're going to glue here, here, and here. If you don't mind this pocket being open, don't worry about gluing there. Excuse me. But I do not like that look. So I don't like my thing swinging. So I give it a small pocket to be in. So you're going to glue there. You're going to glue there. You're also going to glue there. Don't know if you can see that very well. And you're just gonna fold that back. Oops. Okay, we're not gonna do that. So that your pockets are formed. Okay, then you're just gonna go ahead and start folding. You could go ahead and glue this if you wanted to. Let's go ahead and do that. I usually do this part at the end, but since we have our glue out, you're going to glue there, and you're going to glue there to give your pocket for your last small pocket. You're going to have two larger pockets, but we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so now your pockets look something like this. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and you're going to fold this where your two pockets are. You're going to fold it down, then you're going to fold it back and sideways. Okay, then you're going to take this one and you're going to fold it down, and you're going to fold this one up. I actually did my pocket backwards. I'm just realizing that. So this would go this way, and your pocket would be on the other side. Let's go ahead and pull it up real quick. There you go. It's going to have paper anyway. And you could always ink your edges if you messed up like I did. So now you have your finished project. Almost completed. So, so now you have to do those two small pockets. So your paper looks like this. You have this part, then you have this, then you have this section right here where it looks like a scroll. If you look at it, it's kind of like a scroll. That's the way I think of it, even though it doesn't look like it on camera. Probably just me. This is the middle section, which is actually going to be your two pockets. So what you're going to do is you're going to open it up like so, and you're going to glue on this one that comes down, this flap, the single sheet. You're going to glue on the edge right there. If you don't trust paper like I do, you're going to go ahead and glue here as well. Even though this is going to fold down, I like to have the extra stability. Then you're going to glue this sheet right here. Oops. You're going to glue it on the edges. Oops. You're going to glue it on the edges right there. I did too much on my paper. And then you're just going to fold up. Like so. So now you have your make sure this is really nice and folded good so that it sticks, because this is the basic construction. You don't want it to break apart. So now you have your pocket here. Then it opens up like so. Then it opens up here, and you have a pocket here, and you have a pocket here, which is not completely glued, so it's falling apart. Then you have your other photo mats. Then you have your pocket here. This is actually dry, so we're going to look at this one. Then you can just go ahead and do all of your mats and such. You can, let me see. Your mats will measure. All of my mats on mine are, let's see, all of my photo mats are 5 inches by 3.5. So that's your, and then, you know, however much space you want your mat to have on your cardstock, that's personal preference. But, yeah, your actual thing here will be 5, I'm so terrible with measurements, 5 by 3.5. And then it'll slip in like so. So yeah, that is my tutorial for this, my first tutorial. I'll be back with more videos soon, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye-bye.